Hey, we're back with a 5 minute quickie that lasts about 10 and a bit minutes. But I think it's a good thing that I'm going to tell you to forget something completely. I want you to forget it. I'll remind you what it is, then I'm going to remind you to forget it, then I'm going to remind you what to remember. Did you get that? Well, you will when you listen. When? Right after this.
Warning.
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 Warning. You are entering into the unplugged mind of Paul Clough. Too late. Personal Development Unplugged.
Hey, we're back again with the Personal Development Unplugged podcast. And I'll start now with my meta view of what I'm going to talk about. And it's easy to forget. So let's remind ourselves. Now, this is not the same as forget the things you don't need to remember and let your unconscious mind remember all the things that are important, because that's like an hypnotic thing. And I wouldn't want you not to do that right now. But that's not what I'm talking about. This is a conscious reminder, I guess, for your unconscious mind. It's easy to forget this particular thing I'm going to talk about anyway. So I just wanted to remind you. And if at the end of it you're motivated to seek a little bit more, that would be awesome. Absolutely awesome. Because I think this is so important that maybe forgetting about being complacent. What? I'll tell you what I mean. If I said to you, you will never, ever in a million years, ever, for infinity and beyond, be the best version of you, what would you say? Now, you'd probably say some swear word and say, off, Cluffy, because that's not the most personal development uplifting, let's get at it, motivational, anything, is it? You know, how would you feel when you say that? They'll never, ever in the history of ever be the best version of you. You'd probably feel, if you just jumped straight into it and you had forgotten, you'd probably feel sad. You'd probably feel a bit demotivated, I guess. Give up. Well, there's never going to be a best version of me. What's the point? What is the point? Now, that's where we're both wrong. Well, I'm not wrong by saying they'll never, ever in the whole eons of time be a best version of you. I'm not wrong there. I'm 100% right. But you'd be 100% wrong to feel sad, demotivated, like giving up, like there's no point. So I want you to forget that, because I want you to remind you something. You see, imagine this. Just imagine this. You don't have to close your eyes. If you wanted to, you could. But just imagine this. Think of some of the things that you would like to do better. Just cast your mind back through the little bits of your memories, maybe the things you enjoyed doing but you'd like to get better. Maybe you'd like to learn a little bit more about something, or maybe you'd like to be a little bit more skilled at. Anything that you could do and be better. Do you see where I'm going with this? Well, maybe you will in a minute. If you've got it now, awesome. But I'm going to keep with me. See, if you thought of those things that you'd like to do better, that you'd like to learn more, you'd like to be skilled at, that you could do better. But I said, how would you feel if you couldn't do better? How would that make you feel? Well, I'd probably say you'd feel sad, demotivated, feel like giving up, and no point. And so you should, if that was the case. But I'm telling you to forget that, to remind ourselves. See, what I'm really trying to say is the reason they'll never, ever in the eons of ever and beyond again be a best version of you, because there's always something better to learn. So there's always an extra little bit that you can do better. Because if you think about it, those things you'd like to get better, you know, there's always the opportunity to do better, to learn more, to have that extra bit of skill. But think about the things you really enjoy doing now. The important things in your life. I only say they're important because you enjoy doing them. All the other stuff's important too. But these are the ones that will probably jump out at you. And those things you really love doing, you'd like to improve on those as well, wouldn't you? The skills, the things that you do, you're learning more. It's the same type of thing, isn't it? And of course, if you could never be if you were the best version of yourself now, then that's as far as it goes. And that's not the case, which is why I want you to forget that thing and remind yourself that there'll never ever be a best version of you. You see, think about relationships. If this is the best version of you in a relationship, is that it? You mean you couldn't do any better? Well, of course you could. Of course I could. This is all about me as well, by the way. This is not you. This is you, us. You see, I am overjoyed. I would say, yay! Yeah, I'm so pleased that there'll never be a best version of me, because I can strive to get better in everything, in every way. It's that 1% more. It's that just being a little bit more mindful so I can improve things just a little bit. And once I've improved it, I've set my personal best, and my personal best will just get better and better and better and better. And I'll never stop reminding us, me, that there'll never be a better, best version of us now, because we're going to get even better, because the best is infinite, totally infinite. And when you know there's so much more, there's so much juice to be had, when there's so much enjoyment to be had, there's that adventure where all that excitement and curiosity and flavour and richness and you could see it, couldn't you? You could hear it, feel it, taste it, smell it. Everything is an opportunity to get even better, to do more, to be better, to learn more, to say this again, to develop in everything. And that's basically just being unplugged, isn't it? Unplugged from that stereotype of, this is the best version of you. No, I want you to sing from your real voice. I want you to strive to be the best you, knowing that you're going to beat it every time. And you just keep setting that wonderful benchmark, that personal best. So that's what it is. That's why I want you to, forget the things you don't need to remember and get your unconscious mind to remember all the things that are important, like this. So your unconscious mind can spur you on as well. And your conscious mind can go, I'm going to do better because I can. And then the next time, I'm going to do even better still. Or when you're doing something, how good can I do this? Can I do it better than I expect? What a question. What would it be like if I could do this better than I expect? And what would it like if I could do better than last time? That's what I say to myself every time I work with a client. What would it like to be even better next time? To do even better than last time and have all those learnings for the next time. And then I want to be better than the last time, because I just want to keep improving and improving and improving. And in that way, I think that's when we find those little wonders that suddenly allow us to grow even bigger and better. And it's exceptional growth. And that's the difference of just being good and exceptional. It's only a little bit, but that's a little bit better all the time. So no more complacency. If you had it, I know I did. We're talking to me now, because I even wrote, I need this. Because if we can do these things, it'll be awesome. And we just get motivated more and more, because it's important to us. That's what motivation is. It's about our value. And if everything can be a value that we have that personal best to beat, then life will be awesome. Because the expectancy of it's going to be better this time. It's going to be even better than last time. Last time was bloody good, but it's going to be better this time. And that's what I want to have in our minds. It'll be better than last time. And the next time it'll be even better than this time. There you go. So if you could just forget that, forget what, Paul? You'll never, ever, 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 ever be the best version of you. And you don't want to be, because you want to be better. Enjoy every heartbeat. This is, I guess, a 5-minute quickie, which lasts longer than 5 minutes, but it's not as long as an ordinary podcast. But I hope just this little throw in, call it a throw in, whatever. Just a little thing to think about. May just spur your day on. I hope it does. If it has, give me an email. Just send me an email. Thumbs up. Hey, Paul, awesome. I'm going to be better than ever. That would be great. If I got an email from you saying, yep, I'm going to be better every time. That would do me. That would do me completely. Where do you send it to? feedback@personaldevelopmentunplugged.com. That's that personal email. It goes nowhere, remember. I say it every time. I don't need to, but I like to, because I know that some people get worried that they go on to listen and then you get spammed. You never get spammed from me, because that stays with me. Okay? Anyway, enjoy the rest of your day and tomorrow and the rest of the week and the week that's just gone, because it's going to get better next week, because this is the best you are right now. Bye-bye now. Well, I hope you enjoyed that podcast. Yeah, it's a 5-minute quickie, but I hope you enjoyed that podcast. Because this is me, Paul Clough from Personal Development Unplugged, where I'm just trying to deconstruct, as they call it, deconstruct the complicated, so we can make life easy and richer So our return on the effort and investment that we put in is magnificent. And you can have fun doing it. That's the main thing. Have fun and getting better each time. So if you enjoyed this episode or any other episode, very first thing I'd love you to do would be to pay it forward and share it with anybody and everybody you know. Wouldn't it be fun if you just sent it to everyone you knew? That would be fun, because that's the way of this integrated field of learning where we just share everything we know. Someone will get the golden nuggets. They will, and their life will change, and you'll be the cause of their life changing. That would be awesome. Secondly, if you could just subscribe, because subscribe buttons do help. They help you to get the episodes on your platform of choice when they come out. No problems. You have to think about it. Off they come, ping, you get it. That would be awesome, because that helps with just the rankings in all those platforms. But if you ever get a chance, maybe just a little review. Hopefully it would be a 5-star review if you're putting a review up. But a nice review would be good. Again, that helps the ratings, which means if people get to see it because it's been rated better, it means they've got a chance to take the little golden nuggets that you would have shown and shared, and they get to get better too. And in all of that, we're doing 2 wonderful things. One is we're doing things that are good for you, they're good for others, and good for little old planet Earth. And secondly, we're leaving everybody and everything in a better place than when we first met them. And that includes little old planet Earth. Okay? Anyway, until next time, enjoy every heartbeat. Bye-bye.
Warning, you are now leaving the unplugged mind of Paul Clough. It's time to fly on your own. Be brave, my friend.
Personal Development Unplugged.